Hello, my name is Luis Borunda, President and CEO of U.S. Hispanic Youth Entrepreneur Education, USHYEE for short. I would like to take a moment to share issues occurring in the Hispanic community, what the national implications are, and how USHYEE is addressing these challenges. This country is facing a unique opportunity in terms of a demographic shift unlike any we have ever seen. Studies show that by 2050, Hispanics will make up 1/4 of this country's population. Our youth are the fastest growing segment of the Hispanic population. It stands to reason that this next generation of Hispanic youth will be one of this country's greatest assets or one of her greatest liabilities. We already know that Hispanics are dropping out of our high schools at alarmingly high rates. There are some studies that indicate that this number is upward of 50%. The Pew Hispanic Center says, focusing on data for Hispanics who have dropped out of U.S. schools before completing high school reveals a problem that is quite grave and that has serious long-term implications for the education system, Latino communities, and the nation as a whole. The lack of technology in the Hispanic community is another opportunity we must meet. In today's technology, knowledge-based economy, we must not only make computers accessible to these young Hispanics, but we must also incorporate Latino youth in areas such as engineering and technology transfer. This must become part of our country's economic growth strategy. We cannot afford to let the opportunity to reach this generation with the tools necessary for them to achieve slip through our fingers. USHYEE is taking on these opportunities. We are dedicated to bringing innovative and positive leadership programs to Hispanic high school youth students across the United States. USHYEE understands that entrepreneurship is the engine that drives this great land, and we are committed to exposing Hispanic youth to the idea that they can become business owners. We are making our young people aware of the many opportunities in the areas of technology, engineering, and technology transfer. We believe that we can begin to cultivate an entrepreneurial mindset in these areas. We believe that the investment of your time and resources in U.S. Hispanic Youth Entrepreneur Education will multiply itself over and over in the years to come. This investment will not only positively add to your bottom line, but will also change lives and add value to your community and to this country. One final note, the volunteers that make up our team are invaluable. Without you, USHYEE would not be possible. Thank you for making a lasting difference.
I wanted to be an OBGYN and work with Doctors Without Borders.
Studying international business and economics.
I'm going to major in biology. I'm going to become a civil engineer.
This is our 4th annual Maryland Hispanic Youth Symposium. We bring Hispanic youth from all over the state, primarily high school kids, juniors, rising juniors and seniors, and they're in workshops for 4 days and 3 nights, learning how to better their chances of getting into college.
This Hispanic Youth Symposium becomes important to motivate that, to have students make important connections with corporations, with colleges, to see what the future can hold for them.
And if you have a need, if you're not sure, ask someone. There are experts all around that can help guide you. One of the fears that many college students have, or potential college students have, is they can't afford to go to college. Everybody can afford to go to college.
Work experience gives you credibility, and education gives you relevance. And I hope they are able to glean that from the various speakers that we had today, that education is the baseline to success.
They want to know how we did what we do. They want to know the challenges, and they're really interested in understanding how they can get ahead. Many of them, this is they will be the first in their family to go to college.
On June 14th, 1994, I grabbed my degree, walked up into that stage. I looked at my mom and I said, "Mom, Rose, I did it! I did it! I did it! I did it!" And that's a feeling that every single one of you wants. Don't be a sellout. Don't be a sellout. Don't be a sellout. That's a very common thing in our community. But really what happens is when you honor who you are, you're not selling out. You're opening up a whole new world for what's possible for our people, for our family, and for our communities.
We want the most passionate individuals, the individuals who are most passionate about helping the community, the Latino community, and we want to bring them into one area and essentially, impart their knowledge and their experiences to other students.
Right behind me, we're running a workshop that we call Hispanic Heroes, and it's a mentorship workshop.
I'm going to tell them that whatever dreams they have, they can accomplish, that they should not let anyone else define their futures, because they can be anything they truly wish to be. The opportunities are there, and that all of us who are serving as heroes and many others are there to help them reach those dreams.
So we have cops and attorneys and psychiatrists, and we're just learning about different medical fields. As a Hispanic, sometimes you don't think about how big you can become, like you can be somebody. So when you come to programs like this, it motivates you, and you know you can be somebody.
We have a workshop called Issues to Action, and we give the kids about 5 different problems that the Hispanic community faces. And that's actually a competitive workshop because the winning solution gets a $500 scholarship to implement that solution.
I came to the symposium because I got motivated by my father and my counselor. This is an opportunity that no Hispanic student shouldn't miss. So that's why I came here. It is wonderful. I'm learning a lot.
I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what I was going to get out of this. And then I come here and I meet all of these Latinos, all these Hispanics, and it's like, wow, these are real people, and they're around, and they're like, you're going to be us one day.
I never went to the conference as like a high school student, so it's coming into it. It's like a big learning experience for me because I'm also getting to meet these professionals. It's very inspiring. It's very eye-opening.
We literally have hundreds of stories, emails unsolicited from students saying how these 3 or 4 days impact their life. They now believe in themselves, they believe in college, they believe in their opportunity.
I came to the very first symposium in 2004 with 65 students, and it was great. It was amazing. It's grown tremendously. We've expanded to 7 cities throughout the U.S., about 160 to 200 students in each symposium.
I hope that they take this experience and all the tools that we're giving them and all the information and the contacts that they're getting and support and take it back and not only keep it for themselves, but share it with their families, educate their parents, and take it back to their schools and their peers who would benefit from it as well.
The way that we'll know that we've been successful is when that young man or woman walks across a college stage to get their diploma.